welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute since I posted a video on here. It's been like 5 or 6 years since I posted a video, but today we're going to be doing a story time, but I thought that I should give you guys a little insight on what's been going on with me since the last time I posted a video here. Okay, so I just been going through a lot of stuff, depression, anxiety, transitioning from high school into adulthood, shit that gotta keep moving, that gotta go, and all that. All right, so yeah, this story time, I did a poll. Where's my phone? Oh, it's over there. It's over there. But I did a poll on Instagram asking what story time I should do, and the old man asking me to be a sugar daddy was number one. I'm gonna do all three because I had got a few all of the above. So, I'm gonna do all of the above and just post them at different times. But this one specifically is gonna be about the man that was trying to be my sugar daddy. But if you're new here, hello. I am Scarlet Rose, the one and only Scarlet Rose. Make sure to like and subscribe so that you can become a rosebud. And let's get into the video. With the Parks Department in like 2021. This was like in 2021. So I was working with the Parks Department, but I was working with the organization through the Parks Department. And I was working one day. It's this guy, first of all, it's this guy that always came to the park. He always said good morning to me. He was so nice and everything. Like, he was a bigger guy though. And you know me, I like him. We're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna get into that. But yeah, he was a big guy, whatever. But he always used to come and walk in the park every day. Like, every morning he would get his walks in and everything because, he had health problems or whatever. So I used to say good morning to him, like, every morning. Me and my friend always used to say good morning to him. And he always used to, like, try to have conversation or whatever. But it was this one day, like, when he would see me, he would just basically, like, try to get to know me, make small talk, like, ask me about if I like working there and all this other stuff, It's the way that he used to look at me, okay? The way that he would look at me when he would be leaving, like, he had something that he wanted to say to me, but he didn't want to say it because my friends were around. Like, my coworker, they became my friends, so I'm gonna just keep it as my friends. He didn't want to say what he wanted to say because they were around. So, like, he wouldn't say anything at all. He would just look at me and then continue his walk. And while he's walking, like, as he would do his little walk, he would dance while he's walking. He just, do his little dance. He'd just look at me and he'd be like, get his little dancing, his little steps and whatever. Cool. But this one day, it was just me and my friend, because it was 3 of us that worked. Well, actually, technically, it was 4 of us that worked in the garden. But it was only that day. It was only 2 of us. It was only me and my friend. It was 4 of us, but 2 only work on 2 specific days, and then it would just be me and my other 2 friends. So basically it was just 3 of us because the other 2 really weren't there that much. But yeah, that one day my friend, he didn't come. So it was just me and my girl. What we gonna call her? What we gonna call her? My girl Sammy. Yep, we gonna call her Sammy. It was just me and my girl Sam. So me and Sam is, you know, we weeding, getting shit together, making sure the area surrounding looks nice. He comes, he sees us, and he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" Mind you, my other two, Sammy and Michael, we're gonna call him Michael. Sammy and Michael, they already make jokes like, "Oh, that's your man. Don't let him find out that you got somebody else, cause he gonna get mad." Basically, like, they always made jokes about it. Like, it was never nothing serious, but they always made jokes until this day. It was more than one day, but it was this day specifically. He came up to me after my friend. She went to go throw the weeds in the compost, and he seen me that I was by myself, and he was talking to me. He was like, "So, how do you like working here?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's good, you know. I like it. I get to learn more about plants and everything, you know. I love working with plants and stuff." He was like, "Oh, that's good. That's good." Then he started asking me, like, "Have you ever been to," he was like, "Oh, when's your lunch?" And I was like, "Oh, it's at 12. It's coming up soon though." And then it was at 12, but I was going to take lunch at 1 because I used to get off at 3:30. So if I took lunch at 1, then I had enough time to do whatever the fuck I wanted to do until the time for me to leave. So, yeah, so I was going to take lunch at 1 or whatever, but he asked me, he was like, "Oh, so when you have lunch?" And I was like, "Oh, I have lunch at," I told him 12, but I hair in my mouth. I told him 12, and he was just like, "Oh, well," after he was making small talk, he was like, "Oh, well, he was like, "Oh, you should let me take you out to lunch, like, my treat, like, I don't mind." He's like, first he asked me, he was like, "Have you ever tried that Spanish restaurant on the corner?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "Oh, well, we could go, like, when you have lunch when you go for lunch, we could go, it'll be my treat." And I was like, "No, I'm okay." And he was like, "No, come on, let's go. You should try it. It's so good. You should come with me. We could go. We could eat. You know, we could talk. You know, get to know each other a little more." And I was like, "No, I'm okay. I already brought lunch." And he was like, "Okay." I did not bring lunch. I was fucking lying. I did not bring lunch. Me and my girl had already planned our lunch date. Me and Sammy already planned our lunch date because we had this thing where we always used to get a green juice and we used to get a pineapple spinach pizza with some garlic twists. Or we would go to the base and we eat there. So, I told him that I brought food. So that day, me and Sammy went to the base. We ate our lunch there. The next day, he comes and he's just like, he sees me again. Because Michael didn't come again. Michael didn't come for 2 days because I think this was like his birthday week or something like that. Or it was like before his birthday week. But this was the second day that he didn't come. And it was just me and her again. And she went to go, I forget where she went. She went somewhere. I forget where she went. She went somewhere, but he started talking to me. He was like, "Oh, so where have you traveled to? Have you ever been anywhere?" And I was like, "No." I told him, like, I've been to Georgia, I've been to Virginia, like, he was like, "Oh, well, have you been anywhere?" First he asked me, he's like, "You got your passport?" And I was like, "No." Mind you, I got it now. I got it like a few weeks ago. I got it now. I filled out the paperwork, everything. It's coming soon. So your girl about to be out here doing shit. If I see me posting living my best life or whatever. But we're not gonna talk about that right now. But yeah, he was like, he said, "You got your passport?" And I was like, "No." He was like, "Oh, you should get your passport." Then first of all, he asked me how old I was. And then I told him how old I was. He was like, "Oh, you're the same age as my daughter." And I was like, okay. And then after he said that, he was trying to basically like, "Oh, I could fly you out. We could go to he was like, "Oh, we could go to DR. I could fly you out to DR and we could what he said, we could go to this hotel. I know this really nice hotel over there that we could go to." Then he was like, "We could go," but he said we could go. Yo, what's the other place he said, bro, because he was naming mad places that we could go. Because he was saying, like, because I just want to take care of you. Like, I want to be with you. Like, I want to take care of you. And I was just like, you just told me I'm the same age as your daughter. At that time, I was looking for a sugar daddy coming. Because, you know. But, like, you just told me I'm the same age as your daughter. What makes you think that I want to, you know? So he was basically saying, like, oh, we could go to DR. I know this really beautiful resort that we could go to. He was like, oh, he's Dominican himself. He's Dominican and Puerto Rican, but he said he's never stepped off of a resort. He only stays on resorts. Yeah. So I was just like, he was like, oh, we could go to DR, we could go to Puerto Rico. He said he went on the cruise. He's basically saying that he could book a cruise for us to go on the cruise and stuff like that. Basically, like, trying to get some, you know? And I was like, I wasn't with it because, one, sir, I don't even know you. I just know you from walking around in this park. You just be walking around shaking your little groove thing in this park. One. Two, you old enough to be my grandpa. No. Yes, you old enough to be my grandpa. Three, I'm not really feeling you like that, sir. I'm not really feeling you like that because you're not really that attractive. And it's not because it's your face. Your face wasn't really that attractive to me. Like, yeah. But anyway, after that whole altercation where I told him, like, no, I'm good and it's okay, he basically stopped coming to the park. He said he basically stopped coming to the park. And then one day I seen him and he was walking past the park and he literally stood there and was staring at me. Excuse me, until I said hi to him. And then once I said hi to him, he just kept staring at me and was watching me walk to see where I was going and basically, like, watching me and my surroundings. And I was like, okay, keep walking, sir. Yeah, okay, sir. I forget his name. We just gonna call him Jeffrey. Yep, that's his name, Jeffrey. But yeah, Jeffrey didn't come back because Jeffrey was supposedly having surgery because he was very ill. Very, very ill. Which is kind of sad because he lost a lot of weight. When I say he was a bigger guy, he at least 700 pounds. If that much. Yeah. But anyway, this was my little, yeah. He wanted to take care of him. He basically was telling, he wanted to take care of me. He told me that he wanted to take care of me. Like, he wanted to buy me stuff that I deserve, nice things. He said I'm too pretty to be working at the park, how I deserve nice things and stuff like that. And I was just like, no, I don't need a man to give me anything, okay? Unless there's a ring on this finger, I will not allow you to do anything for me. Because everything comes with a price. Everything comes with a fucking price. And I'm not about to let you do this shit for me and then you say I gotta do something to where I'm risking my life and you say I gotta give you my life. Get the fuck out of here. Nope, I'm okay. And then, what if I would've went with him to DR? He would've trafficked me. If he would, like, bro, I don't know you from a hole in the wall, sir. Back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. Okay. All right. Okay. But yeah, this was the story of Jeffrey trying to be my sugar daddy. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you liked the video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And to comment if you feel anything. I don't know. But yeah. Bye.